It's the team to get the investing flowing. 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 Yeah, it's delegation that pulls the choke cord. Yeah, it's delegation that pulls the choke cord. Yeah. And our hovercraft skateboard scooter situation that I have mentioned yesterday and has been something that has been mentioned in the past, that is like using the air as like the snow in like a mountain when skiing, for example. So yeah, what is the relevance between combining these two items? It is a matter of, first of all, acknowledging that riding the spreadboard hovercraft with wings scooter that is still, I guess, doesn't have a perfect right this second name, is in essence like floating on the air, is like riding on the air. It's like carving the air. It's like carving the air like water, or like snowboarding, basically in the air. That's how it's like trying to be configured. The modifications, there were modifications to the hovercraft skateboard today, except it's not a hovercraft skateboard. It's a hovercraft sit down Alpine slide. That's what it is. Hovercraft Alpine slide. Hovercraft Alpine slide. It today was given a roll cage. And as well, at the same time, it is acknowledged more so that the air is like the snow to skis. The snow to skis in this Alpine slide skateboard, Alpine slide hovercraft with wings. In essence, it makes the air like snow to skis. Yeah. And in essence, the depiction, we did some good depictions today of hovercraft Alpine slides today as well. Good depictions, good ChatGPT talks in terms of little engineering chats to try to develop prototypes for this and that, and we're like consistently modifying it and reconfiguring, and we added a roll bar to the top, so it's kind of like you could draw a circle around a person, and the person can sit inside the circle, and then therefore you can add two wheels to the front and back, and then at the same time you can add like the cushions underneath that to be able to make it float, and then at the same time it's similar to investing. We're talking about investing because it's kind of like we want to have like multiple wing layers, maybe like 3 different wing layers or 4 different wing layers, because it's only supposed to float just a little bit above the ground, like not more than knee high, but at the same time we don't want it to float below like ankle height. So it's an interesting little configuration of a space to be able to try to get it to float in between this and that spaces. So hopefully we want to have like a variation of little items, so that hopefully like it's like hedging down all the way to the ground. We'll have wheels on the ground, and then a cushion above that, and then like 3 wing layers between that, up above that, but like small wings that are able to accommodate like floating in the air, and like use lift and the engineering aspects of lift and other airplanes that are meant to flow low to the ground and such things, and other past research that has to do with hovercrafts with wings, and combining that with like electric scooter technology and such things. So it's fun to be able to combine the different elements of the different items that are out there to be able to develop, and also kind of merge the gap between like the extreme electric scooter, sports and such things, as well as cars, all the way up to cars, like kind of merging those two industries all the way into water sports, and taking little bits and pieces from each of these industries to develop the Alpine slide, flying little hovercraft scooter board, sit down, but it's sit down Alpine slide, flying scooter board, but it's actually meant to like fly. It's a combination of all the things to actually get it to fly, but at the same time not like fly like normal fly like just a little bit above the ground, just a little bit, and be a little bit higher at the same time than like a hovercraft at the same time, because hovercrafts actually touch the ground. In essence, the sheet, the weeping elements do, but to just try to have that little extra boost, so that there's a hedge to hedge, so that the wings, they push it up, flight, but not above a certain amount. And then if it goes down to a certain amount, we have actual wheels on the bottom, just so it doesn't need to like scrape or have like too heavy of fans necessarily to be able to keep it moving necessarily. But the fan on the back, the fan on the back keeps the air still in the air pocket underneath, and such things. The conduction, the convection, whatever you want to call it, the circulation, in other words, of the air, in essence, is still providing value, but there's still wheels on the bottom in case it does flow all the way down to the ground. And at the same time, it keeps up the speed, and at the same time, there's like batteries enough to be able to do that, and at the same time, there's solar panels, and at the same time, there's a variety of options. You can also have the roll bar be like an additional item to be able to add on to it necessarily, because like it can be open face like a recumbent bicycle in essence, so that it's open face to begin with, and then at the same time you can add a completion of a roll bar, so it completes. It's like a detachable roll bar basically, so that it can complete the recumbent bicycle experience, so that it's like a windshield can be added on top of the face, where your face is, in other words what you're facing, so that can complete the circle, and that will also make it into like a roll bar at the same time, because it can connect to the front and back of the existing bar, like an egg shape, like the shape of an egg. Basically you're sitting inside that egg shape, and then like a part of it's carved out, but that part can also be added back on and attach back again to be able to complete the circle of the egg basically. But at the same time there's also a windshield that can attach to that egg piece that's missing, in essence. So these are the additions today to the hovercraft Alpine slide with wings, in essence. And yeah, it's really kind of just interesting and exciting, because when I'm walking around, I pretend like I'm actually riding it, and there's like a little engine going behind me, like one of those fan engine situations. Yeah, because it's fun to do that, and it's like it almost feels real. It feels realistic, like with that visualization, like I'm like actually floating when I don't look at my feet, when I keep my eyes above my feet and up above and straight into the air and looking up into the air, and just imagine that little sound in the back of my mind. Then at the same time it's like almost like you're just experiencing that little flow of being on that hovercraft Alpine slide situation, Alpine slide hovercraft flying hovercraft Alpine slide flying little device that is also a Alpine slide hovercraft. That's about it, with wings. Yeah, but at the same time it's like adding sounds to flight, business music to flight, adding business music to flight. Today we also did a DJ set for the first time basically ever, which is kind of like a test run, an interesting vibe, an interesting scene, using a small speaker that I'm now like trying to offload at the ultimately, because it's just like weight wise it's a little bit of a thing. The weight is a little bit of a thing. Anyways, regardless of that, it was fun to do a DJ session for the first time ever. Basically the first time ever. It was interesting, fun, unique, nice, interesting, good stuff, good times. I've had the speaker for a long time, just to try to get to the right place and space and time to be able to just do that in one time, to be able to play for 3 hours and have the right space and the right frame of audience that's passing by, and human energy, and all these things just have never really necessarily been aligned except for today. So that's kind of a cool little addition for today. Just a little bit of a 3-hour DJ set where people are kind of passing by. Also, it looks like I'm working, but at the same time I'm monitoring in Windows what people's reactions are in terms of how they react to different sounds and such things. But at the same time, we're trying to again like concoct this specific type of sound between like EDM, punk rock, and rap, so that like ultimately it's like cooking. We're trying to start like cooking sounds into different sounds, and then also add that and change those vibes into business music, and have those business music vibes turn into also like the hovercraft skateboard in essence, and also the combination in essence similar to like the company yesterday that was mentioned. It was had to do with Taylor Swift's company. Yesterday we were talking about Taylor Swift's company. It was part of the podcast, as well as the Alpine slide with wings, as well as the Alpine slide with wings yesterday. The Alpine slide with wings, as well as the Alpine slide with wings, as well as a hovercraft. All those things combined. So today, those actually merged. Those merged together. The Taylor Swift company and the Alpine slide hovercraft vehicle merged. They merged together. Today, that vehicle merged together with the Taylor Swift company, because upon doing research and getting an outline and a PDF format and a structure format for having the DJ as the mascot type of a company structure to be able to mimic Taylor Swift's marketing branding process, and outlining the focus and the flow to be able to kickstart dinky Tehc's energy in the marketplace, more so kick it off. Like we're trying to add more like sounds and sound videos and such things, maybe to the podcast and such things, trying to get those like more AI art weirdness, and trying to converge a lot of elements and aspects of energy to be able to try to bring more awareness to the process, but also including developing a company that has to do with, in essence, that is symbolized now by the hovercraft Alpine slide. The hovercraft Alpine slide with wings is in essence a symbol for that Taylor Swift company, basically, because that vehicle, it's the vehicle that is for dinky Tehc. It's the vehicle for dinky Tehc, for the brand for the mascot of dinky Tehc to be able to be the energy, to be able to float around and fly around and actually have a vehicle to be able to get around with. But the actual like movement and motion and conceptual development of the vehicle is like something that can also pair hand in hand with trying to sail like a conceptual vehicle, pre-sale that conceptual vehicle, actually make the conceptual vehicle, but like sell that vehicle in a conceptual or realistic sense so that it happens to promote the brand in of itself. That has to do with promoting the Taylor Swift brand for the music as well, like making business music and music in of itself. We're trying to make and smelt and concoct different sounds, different weird sounds, like in the movie, what's that movie called with, it's a movie with the guy, he makes all kinds of different sounds. Oh, what's his name again? Oh, Magic World, the Magic World. Oh, what's his name? Hot Sugar's Magic World. Cold World, that's what it's called. That person, that fellow developed the showed different ways to make sounds, which is a similar way to make sounds, which we're going to try to make sounds from all over the place, get sounds from all over the place, and then tear them apart, rip them apart, turn them upside down, and make the weirdest sounds ever. Hopefully the weirdest sounds ever, to combine all the three genres of punk, rap, EDM, and rap all at the same time, to be able to continue to try to make business music, and business music to be able to flow into the development and the levitation, to make the levitation of the Alpine slide, the Alpine slide skateboard with wings, Alpine slide hovercraft with wings, be able to fly, be able to float, be able to become a real thing, be able to become a real product. That's also the first thing that this whole podcast actually started as, ironically as it is. And there's a video I just found on Facebook of me when I was on the beach talking about that at the same time, which is cool, which was the original inspiration. Yeah, in FL, and at the same time, that in essence is kind of full circle with the company in of itself and the beginning of this podcast, the intro, necessarily, because it has to do with kickstarting the energy of investing, and having other people actually be the agents, other people be the agents of investing, and having that kickstart the actual energy of investing, having other people be the kickstarters, being also the researchers. It's similar to AI, doing the whole thing and starting to push the energy, just like an engine, just like turning over an engine, turning the key to an engine. It's like you're starting an engine, and the engine does all the work. You don't do the first push of the car and then the engine does the rest. The engine does the whole thing, which means it's like it finds the investments, it executes on the investments, it keeps the investments growing and going, and it's like a full financial process, looking out for the whole process system, to be able to try to grow the system, as well as look out for and pay for bills and do everything for the company, because dinky Tehc and the vehicle and dinky Tehc, both of the same things, like, need to both be looked out for at the same time, to be able to have that vehicle be carrying dinky Tehc, the energy, and at the same time it's symbiotic, it's reciprocal. So we have to have the system, the financial system, the energy system that looks out for businesses and covers businesses and is encompassing for businesses, to be able to be the actual thing that starts the engine and pushes the engine and keeps the engine going and growing, and actually develops the ability for systems to be able to take care of the development of either the product of the Alpine slide, flying hovercraft, scooter, skateboard situation, or and as well as building the company, but mostly focusing on the assets, mostly focusing on building and focusing on agency within, like AI agents, to be able to fulfill the task of buying and selling assets, basically like an AI engine, to be able to basically grow the company, basically. But it's more to it than that. It's more like kickstarting an engine, as opposed to turning the key, realistically, because that kickstarting has to do with grassroots, still building this process, building this engine, to be able to kickstart the monetary energy through the veins, like this, similar to the Taylor Swift company, basically. So like the symbol of the Alpine slide, the flying Alpine slide, or the Alpine slide hovercraft with wings, in essence is like the symbol that, in essence it's the symbol for the company. So basically, like if the vehicle is able to fly, then in essence the brand is able to fly as well, in theory, but in a technical and an actual sense, because like dinky Tehc would actually use that vehicle to actually get around in places like NYC, and like go to meetings and do tourings and do marketing, outdoor marketing for dinky Tehc, which is similar to doing DJing outside, except if you're doing DJing outside, people just think you're playing music, and they don't even realize if it's your actual own song or necessarily or not. If you're doing DJing outside, unless you're actually presenting as someone who's on the bill to be able to be presenting as a DJ in essence, and then sometimes you can be mistaken as just someone who's just playing music outside. So that's kind of a problem. After all, that's kind of a problem, believe it or not. And so, therefore, if we have this vehicle, which is like the outdoor vehicle, which is similar to the first vehicle that I tried to make in 2014, but this brand has obviously come to a different place since then. So the point being is that, or the mention, of this is that if the vehicle can be made, that therefore it can actually make the branding for the Taylor Swift company in of itself, because it's a constant outdoor marketing, which then therefore can have business music and have music and different types of music that can bring awareness and draw attention in a second place, like secondarily to having the Alpine slide hovercraft with wings to be able to drive around the city, to be able to drive around different cities, just like Frank Zapata. But this is like a fundamental part of the Taylor Swift company strategy. This is like making the Taylor Swift company strategy more so an outdoor marketing strategy, to be able to develop more so awareness from an outdoor marketing perspective, to be able to drive around in the hovercraft Alpine slide with wings vehicle, to be able to actually make that vehicle actually be the Taylor Swift brand, because that marketing, that outdoor marketing, is actually becoming that outdoor marketing for that brand, to be able to kickstart the brand in essence. So that's why the hope of actually making and developing the vehicle is a first and foremost sort of priority a little bit, to be able to make that vehicle into the brand for the base brand for dinky Tehc ultimately, and as the symbol in the meantime. It's the symbol in the meantime for the Taylor Swift brand. So those two things from yesterday's podcast in essence merged into one thing. But to be able to start off the podcast again talking about kicking off and kickstarting the monetary energy, using robots, using bots, using technology to be able to kickstart the monetary energy. It kind of takes all the guesswork, similar to ChatGPT doing and making the trades, calling certain trades and making trades as well, to be able to facilitate the monetary energy and also the development for the Alpine slide hovercraft with wings, basically to be able to then market the brand to be in an outdoor marketing sense, to be able to then bring traction to the whole process of doing more DJing to bring more awareness to the main aspect of the main part of the main business by bringing outdoor marketing to begin with, and also having a product attached, which can be an outdoor marketing consistent product because it's consistently attached to the DJing, and that's consistently attached to more of the primary focus of the brand building. So talking about, just to begin with, again, AI agents to be able to continue to make trades and make trades and make trades and make trades and make trades, like having a skilled business team, basically like taking the elements of the smartest people in the world and using the internet to be able to leverage research through the use of AI and AI agents to be able to execute on certain trades and elements, and developing an AI engine for trading. An AI engine for trading is in essence the first aspect of what I was talking about in the first beginning of the podcast, to be able to trigger basically from the ground up now, going forward, like a monetization process, a monetary energy process, to be able to circulate and percolate and continue to percolate monetary energy and matriculate and print and functionally develop a system to be able to continue to be able to unfold the process of developing continuous monetary energy, leveraging AI, developing that engine, developing a trading system, developing a trading flow system, developing the trading flow system based upon research that has to do with execution of past proper, significant, powerful teammates, folks, emulating people, researching people who have executed based on strategies and using their strategies and leveraging and implementing their strategies within the code of the AI, implementation of the engine of developing continuous monetary energy and trades and trade ideas and trade concepts to be able to circulate and circle those trade concepts, to be able to continue to circle the monetary energy, to be able to continue to try to grow the dinky Tehc brand, and then continue to grow the main aspect of the main dinky Tehc brand, or main aspect of the main dinky Tehc and Change for Game Studios brand, to then therefore also be able to allocate and connect with the main top players in the world, because we need the top players in the world to be able to play the top game best as possible in the world. And also AI agents are becoming the top players in the world for sure. So that's the base of our team and our base process and our base pipelines of continuous ongoing continuous trades, ongoing AI energy to be able to focus. And at the same time, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about hypnosis, talking about talking about people outside, people on the street, playing games with people on the street, basically hypnotizing them into realizing that they're animals again by like holding a leading stick, like in the Olympics, having a stick where you're running in the Olympic Games, basically holding the stick. You're holding the stick up into the air, and basically you're holding the stick as like you're leading the race, you're leading the charge. And it's therefore something similar we want to try to do with human beings, to get them to play games, just like their dogs. Basically just like their dogs, just like their animals, just like we're all basically dogs, kind of. We're just walking with our four legs. And so we want that same mentality to be like hypnotism by like capture the flag, or the game Capture the Flag, or like the Olympics, where we're leading with the torch, basically, like where we're able to talk to people and then hypnotize them instantly by basically bringing out the games in them, bringing out the animal in them, trying to address that using certain items and such things to be able to address the kid in them ultimately, because that's the person that's being addressed. It's the animal and the kid in them, but almost primarily the kid in them, because the animal and the kid almost come from the same place basically. And so that animal kid situation is like we want them to be following the torch, following the Capture the Flag game, catching the momentum, trying to develop ways to have them be hypnotized right away into the concept of playing games straight away, by recognizing, just similar to how I carry a soccer ball everywhere, because if you drop the soccer ball on the ground, a lot of people get into that mode. They change their energy. They change into that game's energy, and it's like hypnotism. So we're trying to continue to do those things, like flash mobs, in essence, for playing voluntarism games around the world, using like a form of hypnotism, just being able to call upon people's animal instincts, animal mentalities to play games, or be a kid again, basically be a kid again, remember that they're a kid again, and just have that be able to be brought back into life by like playing a Capture the Flag game, just like that, by like including them into a game of tag, just like that, like tagging them, and then having them realize that they're into a game of tag, and then they therefore start to be able to be playing a game of like voluntarism, similar to flash mobs, similar to a game of tag, and similar to a game of Capture the Flag, where the game is to be able to play games for change. The game is to be able to play voluntarism games. The game is to be able to bring a soccer ball into the public, and then start playing a soccer game for a voluntarism game that can add value to a local community around the world, and do this repetitive sense with all kinds of products and items and resources and energy around the world, including a Alpine slide hovercraft skateboard with wings, or an Alpine slide hovercraft with wings, in essence. These type of vehicles that we're trying to ongoing, pass around. We might also try to make a little cash as a side note, as an accident elimination coach here and there, now and again, maybe perhaps on the side. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's about it for now. Hopefully the AI engine at the beginning of this is something that we're able to uphold and continue to try to do, and continue to try to do this, and continue to try to make the world like an amusement park, like voluntarism games amusement park, by continuing to leverage the ability to have things like the hovercraft Alpine slide hovercraft, in essence with wings, in essence to be able to keep it floating and keep it fun and interesting. So we're carving into the air basically like it's the snow on a mountain when skiing, in essence, and just basically like a glider. Like a glider is able to use a solar wings to be able to fly all across the far distances across countries, just using it just like that. Just like a glider can glide like that, using the air as the substance, just like snow on a mountain for skiers to be able to use, to be able to latch into this certain height in between gravity and the air, to be able to leverage this Alpine slide hovercraft with wings, in essence, and having a similar thing, which is why that roll bar design was added, because it's similar to being able to add like a plane structure, like the solar panel airplane that's able to take people far distances into the sky and across countries in a similar design, and it stores a little bit of energy to be able to, if it needs it, to be able to reconfigure and repurpose and get into the propellers and such things. So we're trying to reuse and reconfigure and recalibrate this similar energy. So hopefully functionally we can continue to also start the monetary AI engine that we need to configure and reconfigure to be able to restart and have the best people on our team, the best AI agents on our team, the best people as well on our team going forward, the best players, the best and smartest people to be able to emulate the best and smartest trading strategies going forward in the world, to be able to try to continue to develop our strength going forward for monetary energy going forward. All right. Thanks again, dinky Tehc. Bye. Peace. Bye.